Now I'm going to have a look at the Nulake homework book for year 9. So this is Nulake 4, and I've targeted a few which I've been asked to do. This is from page 61, so it's yep, somewhere up there, 61. There you go. So if you're looking at this book, that's what you're looking at. So, and this is simplifying algebraic expressions. So first one we're going to do is x to the 4 over x. Now x to the 4 simply means x times x times x times x. So we could rewrite that. In fact, I'm just going to readjust this slightly so it's going to not die on me all the time. All right. So here we are, x to the 4. So I could actually write that if I wanted it as x, 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 as divided by x. Well, of course, x divided by x is 1. So I can just put 1 times x times x times x. Well, 1 times x times x times x is just going to be x to the power of 3. Another way you could have done that is to say, well, we've got x to the 4, and this is technically on the bottom x to the 1. And when we divide, and the bases are the same, that is, both the powers, that's x to the 4, has a base of x. This is x to the power of 1. I'll just write it in there just for a bit of fun. There it is. Sorry, as you can see, it's very, very small on this page. So I'm having to. So that's it's x to the power of 1. Anyway, it's crazy. It needs to be x to the power of 1. Okay, x to the power of 1. There it is. All right. You can see with the size of my pencil how incredibly small this is. All right. So it's x. So I'm just going to say 4 minus 1 is 3. So I keep the base the same and just write x to the power of 3. And that's how I can find my answer. A couple of different ways of doing that. All right, let's take a look at the next one. This is 21x divided by x. So I've got 21 times x divided by x. And now I can say, well, x divided by x. X divided by x is 1. So I've got 21 times 1. And 1 times 21, or 21 times 1, is just 21. And there's my answer. All right, here's this one here. Oh, look, I've got 12. Well, first I'm going to write my 12 down. I write my coefficient down first. But I've got x to the 3 divided by x to the 2. So really, I keep the bases the same. And it's really like saying x to the power of 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's just x to the power of 1, or just x. So I could just write 12x here. Now, I could also solve it in the same way I did before by writing them all out. So 12x to the 3, well, here's x times x over x squared x times x. So I'm going to just cancel these out. So x divided by x is 1, and x divided by another x is 1, and I'm left with 12x. So the answer is going to be 12x, or 12x to the 1 if you like. All right, 13. Here we go. All right. I got 24g to the 6. So again, I could do it in either of the ways I did before. But I'm noticing I've got two numbers here. I'm going to divide one into the other first. If I divide this by 6, 24 divided by 6 is going to be 4. I'll try to 4 here. And 6 divided by 6 is 1. Well, 4 divided by 1 is just 4. So I'm just going to write my 4. There it is. Now I've got g to the 6 divided by g to the 3. Well, 6 minus 3 are going to keep the bases the same, subtract the powers. G to the 6 minus 3 is just 3, so the answer is going to be g to the 3, or ggg. But I'm going to do it the long way just for a bit of fun. G to the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, divided by g to the 3, g, and g. So I can now say, well, g divided by g is 1, g divided by g is 1, g divided by g is 1, and I'm left with 4, g to the power of 3. And that's how I would solve those. Hope that makes sense, folks.